Hi everyone, so today I have an interesting video for you. So as you can see, we have four pictures of eyes. These are all people from the same family. And what I wanted to illustrate to you today is how genetics play into the whole iridology thing and the different color eyes. Because a lot of people still aren't clear, well, if my mom has brown eyes, how do I have blue eyes? And what does the iridology have to do with all of it? And that's not possible and all of that. I hear that all the time. So this is a great way to kind of illustrate that. And I thank Leah so much for allowing me to use this picture because it's kind of hard to get good quality photos of everybody in the family, and this is a perfect way to do this. So okay, so we're gonna go from the top left. The top left photo is her mom. Then the top right photo is her dad. Then on the bottom it's her and then her sister. So as you can see, the two top photos, it seems to a person who's never like heard of our iridology or anything like that, that the mom has brown eyes and that the dad has blue eyes. If you watch my earlier videos, you know that the mom in fact has blue eyes as well with stuff on top of the eye. And this is a great picture, and you can easily see that this is the case because there's blue pretty much everywhere except for in the middle parts. So this is clearly an eye that's blue, and then dad's eye obviously blue as well. Then you can see how it plays into their kids' eyes as well. You can see that both kids have eyes that have some brown in it. Again, these are not young people, right? So it does. I'm not sure how they were born, like what color eyes they were born with, the kids. But you can see that there is a lot of similarities between the mom's eye and the kid's eyes, especially the first sister. The second sister kind of took more of her dad's side, right? And you can see, but still, you can see that all of these people, all four, have true blue eyes, but there's just stuff over top. So this is how you can tell, and this is why people get so confused. Well, like for example, two people can have what they would think would be true, or what they would think would be brown eyes, but are actually true blue eyes that have all the gunk on top. And then these people with two brown-eyed people will have a baby that has blue eyes, and they're like, well, how would that happen? It would happen because your eyes are blue as well, but it's just covered up by a lot of gunk. And this also happens when the baby is born with blue eyes, and then the eyes change as well. This has to do with, I don't know if it's completely to do with that, because there could be a genetic part that plays into it as the color changes a little bit. But generally, babies' eyes change around 6 months, and this is also when they're introduced to like solids and things like that most of the time, so that can play into it as well. So I just kind of wanted to point that out to you guys, that this is what can happen. And please let me know what you think. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Now, if, say for example, also I wanted to kind of mention that if one parent for real has true brown eye, and then the other parent for real has true blue eye, then we're strictly talking about genetics. So the laws of genetics still stand. I'm not really sure of like the exact like how it goes, but if a person with two people with brown eyes have babies, they're gonna have brown eyes. If the person with blue and brown, it'll be whatever. So in that way, it still stands. It just sometimes you can't see the true color, and you're making assumptions on seeing a brown eye when in fact it could be a blue eye. So that's kind of how it plays into it. So yes, there is genetic component, obviously, but there's also the iridology component there as well. Now, another thing I wanted to mention is take a look at how some of the symptoms of the weaknesses are getting transferred from eye to eye. So we can see that in the mom's eye, there's a lot of stress rings. In the dad's eye, we see a little bit of it. Also, we see some radii solaris in both mom and dad's eye. You can see it especially clear in the dad's eye, and we can see it's getting transferred to the kids as well. Now, of course, these symptoms are very common for pretty much everybody. So for some people, they have more of them, some people have less of them, but still you can kind of see the transition of how it goes from one eye to another, and how some like one kid is picking up one type of symptom and the other one is picking up another type of a symptom from the parents, right? So in the case, one is picking up all of the brown and is picking up the stress ring, so the eye looks a lot like the mom's, and then the second one is more blue, but the eye has like the fibers are not entirely straight and not entirely good, just like kind of in between. It has the mom's and the dad's eye. So and so she still has some orange in the middle, and but you know what? I gotta tell you that everybody in this family has really good constitution, meaning that overall they have good genetic background in terms of their kind of overall health, what it could possibly be. So because some people are just born with like really weak health from the get-go, this is not the case with this family, and you could see that the fibers are very full. There's not a lot of breaks in the fibers, but they are there. Generally all of this can be undone. There's not really any deep problems. It's just really eating correctly, and this also depends on each person's diet and how they're doing with that and all of that as well. So I hope this makes sense. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. If you would like me to review your eyes, you know how to do it. Just send your eyes to the links below and I will do so. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.